What is up? It's your girl Lex. Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, thank you so much for watching this video. Happy New Year to everyone, y'all. It's officially 2022. We are leaving 2021 behind us. I know a lot of us had a really crazy year. And I just figured before we do that, we should probably sit and reflect about what we learned from the previous year. One of the things that I love about YouTube is we can really all learn from each other. Since it's a new year, we have to start the video off by popping a bottle. We have to pop a bottle. So I got us some Prosecco. If you decide you want to sit with me, girl, grab your bottle. If you want a Prosecco, get the Prosecco. If you're on some champagne, get some champagne. If you're on some wine, get some wine, honey. If you're drinking water this year, if you're drinking more water this year, get you some water. We are officially 1 week into the new year. We've had our first full week into the new year. So let's drink, let's talk, let's get into it, okay? I am going to be telling you guys 10 lessons that I learned from 2021. Grab your wine, grab your popcorn, let's chat. Let's pop this bottle together and pour it up. Let me see. One, two, three. Oh. Yes. Honey, we love the sound of popping bottles, okay? Cheers. So the first thing I learned in 2021, in early 2021, was that your first job won't be your forever job. I had kind of gotten to a breaking point with the job that I, was at the time. That was my first job right out of college. So you know how it is. You come straight out of college, you're working, you don't really know what it's like to live in the big girl world yet. And I think that kind of slapped me in the face just a little bit. It got real quick. Being an adult is not always about what you want to do, but it's about what you have to do. I quickly realized that in order to do some of the stuff that I was trying to do in my life at the time, I was trying to get my own place. I was trying to start a business. I was trying to do so much that required money that I was gonna have to put some stuff to the side and actually get a job right out of college, which is not what I wanted to do, but that's what I did. I don't regret that decision, but I had to endure a lot at that job. That job was crazy. 2022 Lex could sit 2021 Lex down. I would tell her, your first job won't be your forever job, and that's okay. Get what you can get from the situation that you're in right now. Take that and move on. Now, for some people, that happens, and if they stay because they love it, then that's great. Some people stay where they're at because they're comfortable where they're at. Me, I just wasn't that person. So anybody that's coming out of college, or this is just your first job ever, like your first real full-time job, it's okay if that job is not your forever job. It's okay if you're going to use that job to get to where you want to be. Essentially, that's what all adults are doing. That's what most adults are doing. They're using where they're at to get where they really want to be. And consider it a stepping stone. Take what you can get from it in the moment and move on. So the second thing that 2021 taught me is knowing it's time to leave. Staying somewhere for so long where you're not happy, I just feel like, for what? Like, Like literally, for what? Especially if you know that you put in the time, you have the skills, you have the ability to get up and actually go do something else, or really just pursue what you want. Do that. I feel like don't ignore the obvious signs. Don't get caught in the, this is what everybody thinks I'm supposed to be doing, so that's what I'm gonna do. Don't get complacent. Don't get content. Don't just feel like, well, I graduated, I have a job, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, it looks good on the outside, but on the inside, you're unhappy as hell. And people can tell. Like, I feel like you really have to know what your breaking points are, because other people can see it in you before you can. Like, for example, like I had people around me know that I was extremely unhappy before I could really, you know, process the thought that I was unhappy. I was unhappy with the job. I was unhappy with the person that I was at the time. I was unhappy with the person that I was turning into, because I was so unhappy at the place that I spent majority of my time at. It didn't set in for me that, like, yeah, it's the job, until I'm like, well, damn, I really do spend 8 hours of my day at this place. And it makes me hella upset. Like, it didn't click until it was like, okay, it's time to go. So I just, you know, want to put that out there. If you see the red flags, I know sometimes it's hard to not see the red flags, but if you see the red flags, if you feel it in your heart, if you're seeing the change in your behavior and your mood, understand that it might be time to leave. And that goes back to the first thing that 2021 taught me. Your first job is not going to be your forever job. So when you know when it's time to leave and you understand it's not going to be your forever job, you can be okay, you know, with the decision that you decide to make. And that's perfectly fine. Just make sure, I'm always big on planning ahead. If you know that it's time to leave, it may not be time to leave right there at that moment. You may not be able to leave until 3 months from now when your money's stacked up, when you got that new job in place, or whenever you got that security to where you can leave. I would be out, because for what? It's like, stay around for what? Practice having discernment or pray for discernment. I kind of had to interchange those words because it's a difference. When you are pretty good at practicing discernment, you kind of already have the ability to know, you know, like I said, know when it's time to leave. If you already kind of have that ability to know when it's time to leave, then you're cool. You know, some people don't have to really practice it because they're pretty self-aware and they know what's going on. Everybody's not like that. You know, at that point in time, I wasn't 100% where I needed to be when it came to discernment and being self-aware. Pray about it, y'all. Like, I cannot say that enough. Like, honestly, pray for discernment, because sometimes some things are way beyond us and we just don't have the ability to do it on our own. And I think that sometimes discernment is one of those things where it's like, your judgment might be clouded. You know, you might have those blinders on, or you're not thinking logically, you're thinking with your heart, which most of us do tend to do. We act on how we feel and not always act on the logic of the situation. So I would say, pray for discernment. Ask God to give you that sign, or put whatever He needs to put in front of you to give you the ability to know when it's time to leave. And be okay with the fact that you have to make that decision. It's kind of similar to manifesting in the way that, yes, you can manifest this life. You can manifest anything, but you know, you still have to put in the work. So I say pray for it, but in the same sense, I say work on having discernment. Practice having discernment and move in the way that's best for you. 2021 shook a lot of tables for a lot of people. And, you know, if I got anything out of it, I definitely got growth from knowing that I protected my energy, that I did what was best for me, that I prayed for discernment, that I practiced having discernment. I moved, you know, in that. I walked in that. It looked like I was doing that on the outside. It wasn't just something, it wasn't just internal. It was something that other people could see in me too. Oh, number four. Number four is a good one. Take the L's and the setbacks while you're young. Like, I feel like I didn't have enough adults telling me this. I'm still relatively young. I'm only 25, but there's so much that I've been through, so much that I've seen, so much that I've done in the 25 years that I've been on this earth. And after college, you feel like you're supposed to just jump right into this perfect adultness. You know, like you're supposed to be this perfect adult, like you graduated from the #1 HBCU in the nation, got your bachelor's degree, you got your own car, you got your own apartment, you got your own equipment, you paid for everything around you. Like, you feel like you're supposed to jump into this perfect adulthood. And when things don't start going in the way that you would like them to be, and you have to start making decisions that are going to affect your future, it's hard to make those decisions when you're making them for everybody else. Like, make the decisions that are going to be best for you. Bump who don't like it. And it's no disrespect to your parents, it's no disrespect to your friends, but like I said, like, you have to lay down with yourself at night. You have to be okay with the decisions that you make. Only you take your decisions to the grave, period. So if you don't like that job, leave. Now, I'm saying this, but I'm also saying prepare. I'm big on preparing, y'all. Like, if you're gonna leave that job, girl, prepare. That's what I'm saying, that too. But I'm also saying, if you want to leave that job, leave. If you're not happy in that relationship no more, leave. If you don't think that friendship is suiting you anymore, leave. Make whatever life-changing decisions that you're going to make, try to make them as young as possible. Like, for example, right, for me, I had 3 jobs this year, one of which I hated, one in which I loved, but then another opportunity came along that I thought would be a great career move for me. So I practiced having discernment, I prayed for discernment and practiced having discernment, and I made the best decision that I thought would be best for me, and I decided to take that job. I'm young, I'm 25, I don't have any kids, I'm not married, I don't have a mortgage. Like, I am in the position to make the decisions that I've been making. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's really my point. Like, we're in a good space to make whatever decisions we're gonna make. Your 20s are supposed to be the years that are basically going to set up the rest of your life. So make whatever decisions you're gonna make. Of course, I'm not telling you just be stupid and just do whatever. Like, everything needs to be done intentionally. Take the L's, take the setbacks, make those decisions now. Don't wait. If you're not sure what your passion is, use that time now. Not 10 years from now. Right now is the time to make whatever decision you're gonna make. Right now is that time to be about you. Yes, at some point you do have to start thinking long term. But right now, while we're young, be about you. The 5th thing that 2021 taught me is to not go too long without mending things with people. Specifically, you know, people that you really love and you really care about. You know, I had a situation like that this year. Me and someone that I love so freaking dearly, you know, we had a little falling out. In a moment, I was angry, I was hurt, my pride was big, my ego was big. All of that was just keeping me from mending things with this person. Even though I was hurt, me being hurt was not as big as me wanting to continue my relationship with this person. I do regret allowing so much time to go by before I decided to reach out and really truly apologize and mend things with this person. Now, that ain't the case with everybody. That's not going to be the case with everybody. And this will not apply to everybody in your life. Don't go forgiving people you don't need to be dealing with. I mean, you know, if you want to forgive them, forgive them. But you ain't got to be besties with everybody that you forgive. This was somebody that will probably be at my wedding one day. You know, like somebody that's that close to me. That I felt like I needed to put my pride aside and really truly mend things, because at the end of the day, we only get one life, y'all. And when I tell you, in the time that went by that we had not talked, so much happened that I just wish I was like, damn, like this is going on. I really want to talk to this person about this. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a go-to person for me. And I knew that something had to be done about it, because I couldn't see my life without this person. When you feel it in your heart to forgive, forget, do it. And it's okay to express how something made you feel, but you don't have to fall out about it. You know, this was our first time falling out about something, so we really just we didn't know what to do. It was like, hold on, wait, we got beef? Hey, I'm glad that, you know, we mended that issue. You know, we've forgiven each other, we've moved on, and I'm really glad to have this person back in my life, because this person was a big part of my life. And I just definitely want to share that with you guys, that if there is somebody, even when I'm having this conversation with you right now, if there is somebody that comes to your head while I'm saying this to you, that you're, you know, feeling like, dang, like, do I want to mend things with this person? If you cannot see your life without this person being in it, whatever it was that y'all fell out about, let it go. Come to whatever conclusion you need to come to with it. Have that conversation with that person. If things don't automatically fall back into the place that they were, that's fine. But at least you know you put it out there that you want to move on. And if things are supposed to be great with you and said person, it will be. Ooh, y'all. Number 6, your coworkers are not your friends. I'm not saying that it's not possible for a friendship to come out of 2 coworkers being, you know, close with each other or having a lot in common. I'm not saying that. Well, ultimately what I'm saying is, don't go into your workplace trying to force friendships with people. That's not what you're there for. You're there to get a bag. Period. You know, I did have a little situation this year where I did think one of my coworkers was one of my very close friends, and a situation happened around my birthday, and it showed me that, you know, we're not friends. We're not friends, and that's okay. Whatever time that you have with these people, enjoy the time that you have with these people. If you and 2 people get along, you know, that's a great thing, that, you know, you get along really well with your coworkers. But just because you get along with somebody, just because you have things in common with someone, that does not make them your friend. But I don't think that your coworkers are meant to be your friends. And I think I was in a place where I had just graduated, first job. You know, I was just really happy to be around people my age. We all had a lot in common. You know, and people were very nice, and that's cool. But I just, moving forward, I know that I'm leaving coworkers where they're at. That's as coworkers. We don't have to go out and get drinks. We don't have to sit in a section at a club together. We don't have to be on the phone kikiing all night about whatever. I'm just telling y'all. I'm telling you, don't do it. And I also learned that I not even possibly, I did. I used the word friend too loosely. I learned that about myself in 2021. And maybe that's a soft spot that I have, but I'm working on it. Go to work, child. Be personable, be cordial, be nice. But leave work at work, okay? Like, these people not your friends, they're not your besties. The seventh thing that 2021 taught me is to set your standards, communicate, and stand on them. Now, this one in particular, I was more so thinking about like actual relationships. But this can really be applied to any type of relationship, platonic or romantic, it doesn't matter. The issue that I have is not setting the standard and communicating it. The issue that I had was setting the standard, communicating it, and standing on it. And when people don't fall in line with that, trying to force people to respect your standards. Nah. Like, if you ain't with it, you gotta go. How can I allow those type of people to continue to be in my life when I came in the door saying that this is what I wanted, or this is what I like or what I don't like, this is who I am, this is not who I am? When I come to the door saying these things and you continuously show me that you don't give a fuck, I have a bad habit of giving people too many chances over and over and over again. When I've set the standard, I've communicated, and I've given you the chance to show me that you give a fuck and you don't. I had a bad habit of allowing these type of people to continue to be in my life. And the older I get, I just don't have the space for that. I don't have the energy for that. I don't have the patience for that. I don't. And you know, it hurts. I'm not gonna make it sound like it's easy, because it hurts, especially when you really truly give a fuck about somebody. It hurts. But you can't care about that person being in your life more than you care about your peace, more than you care about your energy. You get what I'm saying? Like, more than you care about yourself, period. So in 2022, I'm setting that standard, I'm communicating that, and I'm standing on them. If you don't like them, you don't have to be here. And I'm talking relationships with people all around the board. I do not have to deal with you. Like, I'm at that point. It's like, I don't even have to deal with you. We don't even have to deal with each other. It's okay. And, you know, I really hate that I put up with so much stuff, because so many things happened and that came out of that would not have happened had I just cut ties with certain people earlier. So number 8 is, I don't feel like it. It's not a good enough reason, y'all. And honestly, when I really just think back on it, this is not even just a 2021 thing for me. Like, I have been struggling with this, and I really just need to figure out how to come to a resolve. Like, how to really get past this in 2022. But I don't feel like it is not a good enough reason to not do something or get something done. It's just not. Like, there is so many things that I care about, that I love. Maybe a project that I started that, you know what, I don't even want to do it no more. I don't feel like it. And then I just put it to the side. Or I start on my journey to losing whatever many pounds and trying to get this type of body. I start that, I'm meal prepping, I'm doing all types of stuff. But then I just get to the point where you're like, I don't even feel like cooking today. I don't feel like going to the gym today. And in what world is I don't feel like it okay, or a good enough reason to not get something done? People do stuff that they don't want to do every day, but they do it because it has to get done. Sometimes it can be hard getting out of that mindset when you haven't had people holding you accountable throughout your life. It's like the older that you get, you have to take responsibility for where you are in life. You know, yes, everybody's childhood or whatever plays a big part of where we are. But the older that we get, the more that we have control over what our future looks like. You know, like your past is what it is. We all have different pasts. We all have things that we wish we didn't go through that we did. But guess what? The stuff we went through made us who we are. Cool. I am who I am. But I'm in control over who I want to be. I'm in control of what I want my future looks like. So in 2022, I'm working on not having excuses, not finding a reason to get out of something. And I think in the long run, I'm going to see the benefit of that. The 9th thing that 2021 taught me is to keep your eyes and your heart open to new love interests. Luckily, even though, you know, I've had my heart broken, even though I've shed some tears, even though I've grown some trust issues, you know, whatever the case may be, I did not allow it to make my heart hard or cold, you know. And that's something that I think a lot of people have a hard time with. You know, when you go through a lot of shit, it's hard to not move like you've been through a lot of shit. And you know, it's easy for people to get into that mindset of, you know, I'm just not gonna love again, or men ain't shit, and this and that, and trust issues left and right. Last year, even though I have been through some shit, even though I have last year taught me a lot about the type of woman that I am when it comes to relationships, and how I love and what I want out of love and what I want my future to look like. And all I got to say is I'm happy as hell. I'm happy as hell that I did not continue to put time and energy into forcing things and people that were not meant for me. Right now, I'm at a space where I'm experiencing things that I didn't even know were possible from a relationship. And I'm happy in ways that I've never been happy before. Now, is everything perfect? Of course not. But if I hadn't remained open to love, I would not be in this position right now at all. I'm happy that I'm being open. I'm happy that I'm experiencing new things, and I'm experiencing some of the things that I'm experiencing because, you know, it's building me to be the woman that I want to be. It's building me to be the wife that I want to be. It's building me to be the mother that I want to be. So, the mother that I want to be one day. I know, you know, the media is like saying, fuck these niggas ain't da-da-da, you know, bitches ain't shit. All this stuff, like, yes, a lot of it is true. A lot of it is true. But don't allow your heart to grow cold to the point where you just give up on love, because love is everything, y'all. Like, love is in everything. The last thing you want to be is one cold-hearted person. Somebody who can't trust anybody. Somebody that can't deal with anybody. Somebody that can't keep people around them. That's the last thing you want. So definitely take this year to get whatever healing you need to get. Whether that means some type of coaching, whether that means some type of lessons, whether that means some type of therapy, whatever that healing is going to be. Get that healing, honey, and move on, because love is out there, and the person that's for you is out there. And when that person comes, oh honey, when that person comes, you need to be ready. You need to be ready to take all of that in. And you know, I'm happy because I feel like I'm at that place to where I can acknowledge what I've been through, but I can also accept the love that I deserve, because I know that I deserve that, and you deserve that. You deserve that. So if you're in a situation right now where you're forcing something, or your intuition is telling you that that ain't the one, that's not the place you need to be in, get the healing that you need, pray for the discernment that you need. Like I said, move on and still remain open and ready to receive your blessings when they come along, okay? The 10th and final thing that 2021 taught me is it's okay to protect your energy. And I mean that by all means necessary. Like, if one thing has remained constant throughout this entire video is you have to be about you. Okay? Nobody's going to look out for you the way that you look out for you. Nobody's going to have your back the way that you have your own back. You have to go to sleep with yourself at night. You have to wake up and be okay with the decisions that you made yesterday. You, only you. You are the common denominator. Your energy is the one that matters the most. If you're not protecting your energy, then you're allowing anybody to come in and just mess it all up. Your energy, okay? Your energy, your vibe, your spirit, your soul, all of that needs to be as pure as it possibly can. Because guess what? That energy that you're walking around with, that's the energy that's being given out in the world. The minute you walk out that door, people can feel bad vibes. Like, people can feel bad vibes. And if something is in your life, or if someone is in your life, and they're not keeping all of that aligned, like if they're throwing that off in any way, if the balance is off because of anything, do what you gotta do to protect it. I'm sorry. Like, people try to make you feel bad for being selfish. I could really give y'all like a whole story time on all of the, like, listen, I could really give you a story time on all of the stuff that was going on around my 25th birthday. So much shit was going down and trying to throw off my energy, trying to throw off my vibes, trying to kill my happiness so much. And even though, like, yes, at some point it has to be dealt with, it wasn't getting dealt with right then, because guess what? It was my birthday. I still feel some type of way about that. It was my birthday. And I ain't worried about nobody else but me. And I'm sorry, it don't even have to be my birthday. If I see fit that this is not the time for me to be worried about you, this is the time for me to be worried about me, I'm doing that. I'm doing that because guess what? When it's their time, when they see fit for it to be all about them, that's what they gonna do. They gonna make it all about them. Literally, like, to this day, I still do not regret putting myself in a position to where I had to look out for me. There are so many people who make decisions or move based off of how they think everybody else wants them to move. They put everybody else's feelings and thoughts before their own. Those are great characteristics to have, but they also can be your downfall. Let's be honest. In 2021, I let that be my downfall, but then I put my foot down because in 2022, that ain't happening around here. Like, That's just not happening around here. It's not. I'm sorry. Like, my energy, my peace, I need to be at peace when I lay my head on that pillow at night. Like, the people that love and care about you, yeah, they may not like the fact that you had to make a decision that was better for you than them in the moment. But the people that love and care about you in the long run will understand that you did what you had to do. Just like I did what I had to do to enjoy what I had left of my birthday. Like, I'm not gonna let someone or something try to ruin my birthday 2 years in a row. Nah. Nah. No. It's not happening. All right, y'all. So those are the top 10 things that 2021 taught me. Of course, I learned way more than that, but those 10 are the ones that stuck with me the most. And I just had to come share that with y'all. Like, I'm just excited. I'm really excited for what this year has to offer. I'm excited to see what I accomplished. I'm excited to see what all y'all accomplished. I really hope that y'all can really take some of the lessons that I learned last year, and y'all not even have to go through that because you listened to me. Sometimes it's better just to let other people make the mistakes and learn from their mistakes. Okay? Learn from mine. I'm telling you, learn from mine. If y'all don't take anything from this video, that would be fucked up. But hopefully you guys at least got one thing out of this video. Maybe some of us actually shared some of these same lessons, and then hopefully we gonna pray on it. Hopefully we don't have to go through these same things in 2022. The goal is to be learning new things, new lessons in 2022. I can't really see myself really getting the ball rolling and getting into 2022 without taking the time to sit down and really just reflect on what 2021 was for me, you know? So I really encourage you all to do that. If you haven't yet, really sit down and reflect on what you got out of it and what you want to implement in 2022. That's so important. That's a key step for growth, period. All around growth. That is going to be the end of this video, this girl chat. If you got to the end of this video and you like this video and you like my setup, let me know. Happy New Year again to all of you guys. I hope you had a great bringing in of the new year, a great transition into 2022. And hopefully your 2022 is already starting off the way that you see fit. And I pray that for everybody, it continues to be exactly what you want it to be. Let's keep hustling. Let's keep grinding. Let's keep being happy. Let's keep loving each other. Let's keep celebrating all these wins. Let's get the best out of what we can get out of this year. Before I let you guys go, I do have to remind you, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. That is the next goal. That's our next stop. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Turn on your post notifications just so y'all know every time that I post a video as well. Like the video or dislike it if you dislike it, whatever. Share it if you feel like anything I said could really be helpful to somebody. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Again, thank you so much, so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.